right, good morning, everybody. Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. We are in the truck. It is a rainy, gloomy, miserable day. It was kind of just drizzling on the way down here, but now it kind of opened up and actually is legitimately raining. So we'll see what kind of day we're going to have today, but it's going to be off and on rain showers and drizzle and a chance for thunderstorms later. So, well, like I told you on Friday, we were going to have a pretty crappy upcoming week. Friday was nice, which was a surprise, and then Saturday actually turned out pretty nice until about sunset, and then we got some storms and rain, and then Sunday was pretty much a washout, and yesterday was a drizzly, ugly day, and today's going to be about the same thing, and I think tomorrow and Thursday as well. So we will see, but so far we got 3 inches of rain out of this, and that was the other thing I think I told you was that they wanted 3 to 4 inches of rain before this upper level low decided to move on out. So got good rain. It should knock down those wildfire threats, and maybe we won't have any more of those the rest of the season. So, but anyway, in a little while we're going to get going, and we will talk to you as we go along. Alright, so we got a little bit of a surprise this morning. The sun kind of popped out. We had that shower when I did the opening segment, and we got a little bit of blue sky off to our left, and the sun came out. Now it kind of went sort of back in, but back there a little ways when I was turning the camera on, it was full-on sunshine there for a moment. So I don't know what kind of day we're going to have. It wasn't expected. I thought it was just going to be doom and gloom all day long and drizzle and whatnot. There's a couple spots on the window, but I think they're coming up from the water that was on the hood. A couple of bugs that didn't get cleaned off. I don't know if the camera's picking them up. There's still spots on the window. I don't know, maybe it's sprinkling while it's trying to clear off. I don't know, but might have a weird kind of weather day. Thing is if we do get any kind of clearing skies, that's going to be fuel for any thunderstorms we might get later on, because that's going to create a warmer environment and more instability, which could make the storms stronger and more severe. So I'll have to see what comes later. See here, the sun's out pretty strong right here. It'll be an interesting weather day again, I guess. It might make up for the fact that we're just going to the same place 3 times. So we'll see what we get, and we will talk to you as the day goes on as best we can. Try to keep it interesting for you. It's a little bit monotonous, both on a personal level and doing the same route over and over again, and also trying to figure out how to make interesting content for you guys. But we try our best. So we'll talk to you later, maybe up there at the well, and then on our way down. Alright, well, you know the drill. We're here loading up the first one. We're in Tamaqua for these 3, so I'm going to be Tamaqua down to Fogelsville 3 times. And like I said, the sun coming out, and it's starting to make things a bit muggy and soupy out. So we get some full-on sun today, and it warms things up. We could get some good storms tonight. Hopefully, that would be kind of cool. We get some good lightning strikes like we did the other night. Make for some interesting video work. But anyway, loading this one up. It takes 20 minutes to load, and then we'll be on our way. Alright, we are testing out a new camera angle. Let's see how this looks. I figured this is as good a day as any to try it, because it's all the same run, all 3 of them. So we'll see how this looks. I put the Insta 360 in the back window, and we'll give her a whirl. The video quality is not as good as the DJI, so what I may do is get a better mount for the DJI that I can take it out of the windshield and put it back there when I want to switch up views, because the better mount the DJI makes is a ball mount. The one that's up there is not, so there's not as much flexibility to spin it around and move it in like all different kind of directions. But like I said, this is just an experiment with the Insta 3, which is not a bad camera. but the DJI has better quality. So, but we'll try it out and see what it looks like. Might blow out the windshield in order to keep the dashboard exposed. Not 100% sure. We'll see when we check footage later, or tomorrow when we edit these on the computer. But I figured we'd just give her a shot. But anyway, I got that first one in the tank, and we were heading down to deliver it, and I didn't hear anything either way as to whether it's good down there or bad down there or average or what the story may be. So, but if it's as good as it was yesterday, we'll be done well before sunset. Being a smartass with all this rainy weather that we've had. Could be a sunset, judging by the way the clouds are breaking up. But even last night I got back before it was totally dark. It was close, but it wasn't totally dark, and that was after 4 loads because everything went perfectly. So we'll see what we get today. Might be the same way. But as I've told you in the past, and I'll tell you all the time so I don't get in trouble, it doesn't matter to me if I have to sit down there and wait, because that's just part of the business, and it happens, and you just go with the flow. Alright, we're almost down here to Fogelsville, almost to the plant. We're probably about a mile and a half away from it. Sky has that weird look to it. There's some heavy, low scud type clouds. The blue sky there straight ahead of us. It may even be sunny down at the plant. Off to our right, it looks like it is raining. I don't know that it's storming, but it looks like it's raining. But everything is moving from south to north because of that low pressure system that's out there in West Virginia right now with a counterclockwise flow. So the storms and rain is not coming normally from the west to the east. It's coming from the south to the north. And I swear this light just turned green and turned red again. But yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting weather day, which will make for something other than the boring 3 trips up and down 309 and 100. And at times that starts to get to me after a while. It's so boring. I really want to stretch my legs and actually go somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it pays the bills, but when you've got a little bit of wanderlust, like to travel, running the same 2 routes 6 times a night, 3 down loaded, 3 up empty, or 8 times a night, 4 down, 4 up, it gets kind of boring. It gets kind of old, especially when you do it 5 days a week. So, but anyway, we're almost down here. If nobody's on the pads, we'll talk to you. If there's some drivers down there unloading, then I really won't be able to talk to you. Alright, so we're down here unloading the first one. Very bright. The sun is out again, and it's reflecting off the building, so probably lighten me up real nice, I guess. It's the only way I get lit anymore. I don't drink, so I need the sunlight to get lit. But we're loading the first one down here. I'm the only one here, and I'd love to stick that hat cam on and show you how we hook up, but I'm not sure we're allowed to do that at this place. So I don't want to push the issue, so we'll just leave it be as it is. But we're hooked up, and we're unloading this first one. Lights on. Looks like it's going to be a good day so far, and we should get done, hell, maybe by 6 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock tonight. Alright, so we got a rain shower going on here, and the blue sky is kind of up ahead of us and even up above us, the way it looks. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a sun shower here in a minute, because it looks like the sun is fixing to come out. This guy's going real slow. Speed limit on here 55 miles an hour, and he just dropped down to 45. I don't know if he's afraid of the water or what. He's just crawling up this hill. But so anyway, I said in the last clip that I figured that we might see a severe thunderstorm watch issued, and while I was unloading down there, my phone dinged with a warning, and sure enough, we got a severe thunderstorm watch till, let's see, what time is it? 1:45. It said 6 hours, so probably till 8 p.m. tonight. So the atmosphere is a little bit volatile, and the chance for a severe storm and some wind and maybe some hail is a real possibility. We will see, but we just went through a bit of a rain shower, and like right now it's a sun shower. I'm looking, thought maybe there'd be a rainbow somewhere, but I don't see one. So that's the kind of day we're gonna have: rain and sun, and sometimes both of them together, and then maybe a good old-fashioned thunderstorm. So we'll see, but we're heading up for the second one right now, and it looks like it's gonna be sunny up there. So like I said, everything moving from south to north, so whatever we get gonna be coming up from Baltimore and the Maryland area. That is fast turning into an interesting ride up here to get this second load. That is definitely somebody's storm. I don't think it's Tamaqua's, but I guarantee you Hazelton's getting shellacked right now, because that's quite ugly. It almost got a green component under that darker bluish cloud there. Somebody's getting a good one. If not a lot of wind and lightning, then a lot of heavy rain, because they aren't usually that black unless they're severe, and that is one dark storm cloud. I'm gonna put a whole vlog's worth of clips in this first trip back up from Allentown. But yeah, look at that thing. That sure be ugly. Well, I don't know if we're gonna stay dry here or not. We're loading up, probably got about 1,500 gallon in. We got to get to 6,200. Maybe we're at 2,000 gallon, but looks like that storm is kind of creeping just a little bit closer. We're still dry here, but it's starting to get breezy, and I can feel a chill in the air that we didn't have before. So rain pretty close, and my radar site has lightning detection. It said that lightning was detected near me, so it's getting closer. So we'll see what happens. And then south of us here, heading toward Allentown, it looks like there's severe weather warning for more storms coming up from that way. And now I'm starting to feel some raindrops, so I think we are going to get some rain. So it's time to get the umbrella out, because it might downpour here right quick. Well, the rain caught us. It's coming down fast and furious. Thank God I had an umbrella with me. Kept me somewhat dry. My legs are a little bit wet, but it kept me somewhat dry. I had a feeling we weren't going to make it, just by the way it was coming in. Right about as I was loaded, it let loose. I was able to unhook the hose and get it in before I got totally soaked, and it's just a flash of lightning. And then as I was buttoning everything up inside, it let loose, and I had my umbrella in my back pocket, so by the time I was ready to lock up the building and close and seal the trailer up, it was just downpouring, and I would have been soaking wet if I didn't have that umbrella. So we stayed mostly dry. Now I see what we got on the way down there, because it looked like there were more storms coming up south of Allentown. This was just knocking on the door. I thought it was going to miss this area and nail to Hazelton, but it kind of drifted east as it was moving north. So here we are. All right, this is some crazy rain here. The road's starting to get water on it. It kicking up a tidal wave as we're driving through this runoff here in places. Yeah, what a strange day. We had sunshine down there in Allentown, and sun shower coming up, and now storms. I kind of mentioned that it was going to get this way. Oh boy, here it goes. This is going to be some real heavy stuff right here. Man. Probably going to be even hard to hear me talk. It's so loud in the truck the way it's raining. Oh boy, that's a bad place for him to pull over and park unless he's broke down. Yikes. That's not good. four-wheelers coming down the hill. Get them to slow down a little bit. Somebody's gonna plow right in the back of that freaking truck. I'm gonna try noise reduction on this microphone. Maybe I'll knock it back a little bit. Man, it's loud in here, this heavy rain. Holy moly. And we got another one parked here. Gee, whoa, what the hell? Hey, the worst weather, the worst visibility, and people doing stupid stuff. My God. And I got my headlights on. It's not like you didn't see me coming. Jeez. And people want to get killed today. I thought there'd be more runoff coming down off this hill, unless most of the rain is back there behind us. But I think we're going to run into this heavy stuff all the way down to Allentown now, but it's straight up dark all the way down there. The camera isn't showing quite how dark it is, I don't believe, but it's dark, it's heavy, and it's going to rain probably all the way down there. I just saw another flash of lightning. So, oh, look at that truck kicking up some water. Once it flooded down here, this looks interesting. Blasting some water over into this lane. Oh boy, I could keep the camera on all the way down to Allentown. Oh, a little water running here. Yeah, it's flooding out in spots. Interesting. Yowzers. We might have to put I don't think the fast wipers help any. Geez, I hope there's hail in this. They talked about hail, and it's loud. My God. It almost sounds like it's hailing. Try and look on the hood. Whoa. And they weren't joking about severe storms. Oh yeah, it's hailing. Yes, sir, it's hailing. Whoa, boy. People are pulling off the road. Oh my God. Wow. I hope it don't break this window. That's some big stuff. Ain't no overpass I can park under. I just gotta keep going. Ay, 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 ay. Well, there is the gas station down here, but I have no doubt everybody's parked underneath those covers. And I think we might be out of that hail. My God. I was getting kind of worried about this windshield. The hood's fiberglass, so I don't think it dented it any, but I don't know about the roof. It's still smacking. I can still hear him hitting. Hey, Aqueduct, you're gonna run into some hail going up that way, about probably marble size.
There's hail on this side of the mountain too, so thank you.
Yes, sir. More hail to go through, I guess. I don't know if I should duck in this station here or not and try and hide out from underneath it, but I'll bet you there's cars and trucks underneath those awnings. I'm gonna pull in here and try and... Whoa! There's some big stuff coming down now. Oh my God. Let's try and get in here. Let's try and get in here. Protect this truck. Holy moly. I don't usually, that's still hitting it. I don't usually park and wait out a storm, but this ain't good. Alright, it is just raining crazy hard now. We got over to Blue Mountain and we're down here in New Tripoli, and hell, you can't see a dang thing. This is just unreal. Sounded like there was a little bit more hail in here, but for the most part, it's just heavy rain, and it turned into a slow ride. Looks like it's getting brighter though, so maybe by the time we get down to Fogelsville, we'll get out of it. It'll have passed, but unreal. I couldn't see. When I turned this camera on just now, I could barely see a thing. I had a feeling when that sun came out that these storms were going to get kind of nasty, and I was right. But then again, I am a bit of a weather buff, so you know, it's kind of like a hobby of mine. So I kind of knew what to expect, and it didn't disappoint today, that's for sure. Alright, so we made it here, and it's not raining down here at all. In fact, the sun's kind of trying to come out, so most of that stuff pushed off to the north. I don't know if there's going to be any more tonight or not. Sometimes after you have storms like that, the air kind of stabilizes and you don't get any more. So we'll see what happens, but that was a doozy. I didn't like that hail. That's why I ducked underneath the diesel pumps there under that canopy and tried to sit it out for just a little bit, at least until the hail stopped. I don't mind driving in heavy rain, but hail, that's a different story. So, all right, we're gonna go out, eat our sandwich, and talk to the other driver that just got here. Oh, it's kind of looking like something wants to pop again to our south and west. Looking over the golf course here to our left, and you got dark clouds out there again, so I'll check radar once again when we get up there and load and see if another one's coming. Like I said, you know, it's just going to be one of those days, and I thought maybe the atmosphere would stabilize when the sun came back out, so it's going to destabilize it again. That's probably why there's another storm forming out there, but which way is it going to go? That's the $64 question. Well, I got to get a little tripod for this phone or something. Sometimes I just want to set it down and talk to you guys. So I have it sitting on the ladder right alongside the tank here, but it looks like a little more rain is coming. Right now it's dry. Hopefully it holds till we finish loading so we don't get soaked like we did. We didn't get soaked the last time, but I got kind of wet. If I wouldn't have had the umbrella when I came out of the building after I buttoned everything up, I would have been soaked. But I carry a little compact umbrella. It doesn't do much, but it just keeps the rain off my head and my jacket. My legs got a little wet, but at least I wasn't fully soaked, which is the main thing, because it kind of sucks to drive when you're soaking wet. So. But anyway, we're loading this third one up, hoping that the rain that's coming up from Allentown is going to hold off for a few more minutes till I finish loading this thing, and then we're going to get out of here and head down and deliver the last one. All right. Almost here with the third one. It is 5:27 p.m. and everything been going good today so far, except for that heavy rain and hail and things like that there. Let's see if we can make this turn. No, we can't. Mr. Jeep is flying here. Thought maybe we can make the turn after Old Dominion, but he was rolling pretty good. But now we got it. But yeah, since that rained, that was the worst part of the day. And actually, it was kind of the most fun part of the day, but... Alright, so we're here with the third and final one. It's dry now, but it's kind of chilly. After those storms, it got kind of breezy and got a little chillier. It's only, well, temperature is 69, but we're sitting here. So the truck probably warmed up a little bit. So I'd say it's probably about 65, but there's a good breeze blowing. Ever since those storms came through, it went from being muggy and kind of still to breezy. So there's a little bit of a chill to that 65. So, but anyway, we are unloading as we speak, and we'll be out of here in a little bit and head on up. I'm not sure if I'm going to fuel tonight or wait till tomorrow, the start of my shift to fuel. It all depends on if there's trucks there or not. If there's trucks there tonight, then I'd probably wait till tomorrow morning. But if there's no trucks there, then I'll get it tonight, because tomorrow morning there might be trucks there. Alright, so the decision was made. We're gonna get our fuel now. It's sprinkling a little bit, but we're gonna get it now. As long as nobody's here at the pumps, then we don't have to worry about it tomorrow, because sometimes there's a couple of scrap haulers that come in here. They run together and they both get fuel at the same time, and they'll fuel on both sides and kind of hold everything up. And sometimes our own guys are getting fuel in here about the time I come out. So we'll just get it now and get it over with, and we don't have to worry about it tomorrow morning. And sometimes it's easier just to come in this way, and you can get a straight line to the pumps instead of having to hook a hard right and then hook a hard left to get to them. So I was just hoping he wasn't going to take them. Although I could take either the left or the right side, but I like the right side better. It gives me an easier shot to turn around to get out of here. So, all right, we are here. All right, so we're back and we're parked. We couldn't park in our normal parking spot, so we're parked along the little creek on the side of the lot, bottom of the lot, where everybody parks is parked full at the moment. And one of the problems is there's 2 drop tanks down there. Parking is tough enough in this lot. There's more trucks than there is real estate, and then they drop tanks down there, and then there's not enough room for the trucks to park. So I don't know. I'm not fully in agreement with dropping tanks here and leaving them sit when it takes away from parking spots for active trucks, but it is what it is. But anyway, we're back. We're fueled up. We're ready to go for tomorrow. All we got to do is our paperwork, and then post-trip inspection and all that good stuff, and we'll be ready to head on home. So we'll talk to you in the next one.